been a long journey, but it's always good to start from the beginning. Hey, what's up my Dokus, Jason and welcome you back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we attempted to fell on Elma, to no avail, sadly, so I just showed off, the basics to her, whether it's like the cutscene afterwards and, the details, all that jazz. And this time, what are we doing at the beginning of our journey, here at the Argentum Trade Guild? Well, through kind of a last-minute decision, basically boiling down that it was literally right before we were doing the DLC that I decided to do this, I would like to go through the entirety of our journey. All of it. As in, we go through each of the Titans, every single area we've been to, basically the hero's path from Breath of the Wild of our journey, as we have a look back on the entire series as a whole. Because it's been a long one. I started this LP back in June of 2020, and it's March of 2021. It's been a very long time, and it's very surreal that this series is coming to an end. So, let's get started. I guess to first go over, my look back on this series, I guess we can start from when I came up with the idea that I wanted to do this game as a whole. For those of you who don't know, which I may have talked about this on a video before. I know I talked about it originally Xenoblade 1, my original Xenoblade 1 LP. Because, what was it? It was one of the mid-episodes before it got cancelled or put on hiatus or whatever, and I was I started the thing by saying I spent 12 hours on this game, and that's because I did, literally after me and Joey sat on a call after 6 months after I got the game. We sat on a call, because we were stuck on the Chapter 3 boss together, and we both managed to, beat it. Though he beat it the next day, I beat it that night. And so after that, I basically spent 12 hours, completing the whole rest of the game. Well, not really 12 hours as a whole, but 12 hours. I played 12 hours of it, and basically I was able to beat the game within, a few days. And it was at that point, at the end of the game, that I knew it was my favorite game of all time, and I knew that I wanted to LP it.
Let's rest a spell.
So, shall we?
Take a fast forward to one of my first attempts at recording this series. I had started planning this back in 2019. I recorded a few episodes just as a trial run to see how this series would have gone. And at that point, it wouldn't have gone very well if I would have started it back then. So it took a lot of time to prepare. It was a lot of information. This is actually one of the first LPs. Actually, I believe it is the first LP that I've actually detailed with my notes. Most of my notes are usually just through my head rather than, written down. But Xenoblade 2 was actually the first LP on the channel that I actually thoroughly wrote down notes for, whether it was the quests or the heart-to-hearts or just any little small things that I wanted to bring up. So it took a while for that. But then it came to when I wanted to start this LP, because at that point I had had all the details down. I had spent at least a week or so, because I had a lot of time on my hands at the time. I spent about a week or so looking up all the quests in the game, looking up the right websites to get the correct information from, which, thank God XenoWiki exists, because literally XenoWiki is my godsend for this LP, because I would not have been able to find all of the things I needed without XenoWiki. it was definitely a huge help in the creative process of this LP. But as I was saying, it was basically figuring out when I wanted to LP this game. At the time, I was working on Kingdom Hearts, and that LP was taking a very long time due to
Let's clear this up quick.
due to school. I don't know why I forgot about that. It's kind of the same reasons why other LPs were a little slower. And so that series didn't get finished until January of 2020. And at that point, I didn't want to start, a major RPG after a kind of smaller RPG. Sorry, I keep like getting either hiccups or yawns or something like in my mouth, and so it's like when I stop for a minute, it's because I'm like holding my breath for a sec. Yeah, so I didn't want to do that. So at that point, I was also Let's Playing Skyward Sword, which was a bit of a longer game, and so I didn't really want to start a majorly huge RPG at that point. So, after Skyward Sword ended, and a hiatus was on Kingdom Hearts 2, because then I decided that I wanted to move the Kingdom Hearts Marathon to a stream series, and then from there, turn all the streams into videos that I would upload on my channel at some point. We moved on to another Zelda game, and an RPG, nonetheless. Well, not really, it's a fighting game. It was a fighter, like a Warriors game, which is, an RPG-esque. But what happened next? Yes, my attempt at doing Kid Icarus Uprising. I still planned on finishing that series at some point, but it's really tough to do so, especially now that CJ is not really around as much, and he really wanted to edit the thumbnails for that series, so it's kind of, tough to make that series finished product, but I'll figure it out at some point. But after that, then started work on a secret project, which still needs to be worked on, but I was kind of scarred by it, and so it's taking a long process there. Then came Wind Waker Randomizer, which had 3 episodes recorded, only 1 got uploaded, all that jazz. And then finally came my decision to Let's Play Xenoblade 2. It was at that point, in June, that I knew I wanted to play the game and go through the entirety 100% for you guys. And so, I started recording the LP around, I think, the middle of June. Yeah. Also, I like how we're walking through Torgoth and the frame rates are dropping. But yeah, I started recording it around June, or the middle of June. We got about 9 episodes. 9 episodes in before I sadly had to take a 3-month hiatus from the series due to not having the ability to record. And it's not anybody's really fault. It was just the tragedy. Well, not really tragedy. What's the best way to word it? Basically, at that time, my older sister moved down here, but my grandma was also visiting us, and due to her being sick, she actually stayed a little longer because we wanted her to be, in a healthy state to actually go back home safely. And so she was staying in my room during our visit, and she stayed up for about 2 months, which, basically rode up to when Xenoblade 2 returned in September. Yeah, September with episode 10, and basically keeping very, sort of consistent. I don't know if it was fully consistent, but it was very up to date. If it was either a day or 2 after an episode went up was usually when the next one went up, or anything like that. But that lasted up until November, I believe, 23rd. Because that's when the finale, which was episode 70, came up. Or came out. I don't know. God, I'm terrible at talking. But, the next step was the aftermath, which took me about 2 months to prepare. I have to say 2 months because, well, actually it was kind of a month, actually, because I spent basically all of December, not recording, editing my notes. That's what I was doing. I was thinking of, like, the word to use, but I was editing my notes because I wanted to figure out when exactly I wanted to take care of things, and so that's where it came in the order of, hey, let's take care of all these generic quests and the DLC quests that we've gathered by accident, and we'll take care of all them, then we'll do the Blade quests, and then the DLC, and then the, DLC, the DLC quests, then the DLC, and now we're here doing a look back on the series. And that's basically taken us to,
We're here.
So,
that's
Shall we?
basically taken us to now, because I think it was December. Actually, it was early December was actually when I started recording the first few episodes of Xenoblade 2's post-game, because I got like maybe 6 episodes in because of I got like 6 episodes in, and what was it gonna say? I'm trying to think, because like I got 6 episodes in. I was staying up in Illinois at that time. I got like 6 episodes in, which was before the Blade quests, where I really need to organize. And then for the rest of December, I didn't really do anything. And it was January 1st was when I decided, like, hey, it's January 1st. Why not, upload the rest of the series? And so that's exactly what I did. So we started our second journey in Xenoblade 2 on January 1st, and now that took us all the way to here, covering every single inch of the rest of the game. And there were a few hiccups, yes. There were long periods where we didn't have a video, or it was just because a video was taking longer to edit, because, the Blade quests can take a while. Like, Ursula's Blade quest literally took me an entire week to film the entirety of it. I was thankful that, I still had episodes coming out, so it wasn't a big deal that I, took a week to record that video. But still, it's like Ysade has been on a break since December, because I left to come back home by the time the last episode that I recorded for Ys came out. And so I tried to, well, there was also the reason of my DualShock controller for PS4 wigging out on me when I tried to record further into Ys, and so I decided to let it take a hiatus and finish Xenoblade 2, which, hey, here we are. That's basically the entirety of the journey that we've taken. It's crazy to believe, but that's the story. And we're here now, going over it. I'm so glad that it's finally accomplished. Not saying I'm glad it's over. Oh, hell no. Favorite game of all time, it's surreal that it's...
This can't be
Oh,
good.
shoot.
Look out, everyone!
Oh, no. No. Go away! Come on, man. I'm trying to have a sentimental moment here with this video, and you just want to, like, freaking come and beat me up? Thanks, guy. He had to ruin the moment.
Darn! Why here?
Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it's not, it's my favorite game of all time, and it feels nice to have a finished project of it, especially since, I've been really known to cancel projects when I'm not far into it, so honestly, I thought this was gonna crash and burn at the earliest part of the series, and so it, kind of feels surreal that I'm going to actually have a finished LP, and especially of my favorite game of all time. Well, not actually have a finished LP, because I have many of those. It's just Xenoblade seems to have I have a reputation for not finishing Xenoblade because of the original going on hiatus for like basically 3 years now. So yeah, it feels nice to have a completed project, but I don't want to say goodbye to this game, and I probably never will. Let's be honest here. Probably after this, I'll start another new game and actually coordinate the quests better and actually involve the Blade quest into my original story instead of, just saving them all for the ending like the LP.
Good morning.
I just didn't want to put
Rise
too
and
much of a
shine.
strain on the story because, yes, people like Chugga can do that and he knows how to organize it well. I just didn't really want, people who came to see the story, I didn't want them to have to wait, like 120 episodes or something, like just so many episodes into the store or into the game or the series to, experience that if they wanted to watch it. So, yeah. I don't have anything else really to say. It's kind of the weird thing about it is this game means so much to me. This series is going to mean so much for me. I've been so glad to put this together for everybody, and I can't wait to see what's in store in the future. Yes, we still have Issei. We're going to come back to that soon enough, but I want to take a break from that still. Just because we finished this one, it's a pretty long project, took me around almost 10 months, and I think I deserve a little shorter, either 1 or 2 shorter games in between returning to Ys, just, get myself back on track. So, I guess I'll leave you guys on our journey for, through our memories. Thank you all so much for watching this series. And I guess I will meet you guys all back here for a shorter game, yes. But
Let's rest a spell.
it's also a game that takes
we?
place somewhere on the sea. Not particularly on the sea as in we're sailing somewhere. Alright, screw it, I'll give you a better hint. This one takes place on an island. So, I guess I'll see you guys then. Thank you all for the support throughout this entire series. Thank you to those who have watched it. And I will see you guys later.
Very end of eternity, the final day. reaches out so far beyond what I can see. How far would I be walking till I reach the end of a path that's to be seen? I would keep thinking, questioning to myself, why do I have to walk this path? Oh, why? I can't seem to find the real meaning to this path that I take fate to accept, and my goal seems so far away. So tell me why I'm here and what's the reason I am here today. If I recall, it was you wished that I would stay. No matter how much wind will blow against me, I will keep on. I will keep moving on to find the answer to I'm lost in search for you. I'm tired from the constant carry on, shouting that I can't see a way ahead. The words would fill the midst so gently in the air, and it melts as time just passes by. When I look back, there is no trace of my path. I cannot find my way to the past, and it's just too late of eternity. The final day has come to an end. It's gone for good. I would then slowly close my eyes and be cuddled by the shining memory piece. It will out so far beyond what I can see. How far would I be walking till I reach the end of a path that's to be seen? I would keep thinking, questioning to myself, why do I have to walk this path? Oh, why? I can't seem to find the real meaning to this path that I take fate to accept, and my goal seems so far away. So tell me why I'm here and what's the reason I am here today. If I recall, it was you. You wished that I would stay. No matter how much wind will blow against me, I will keep on. I will keep moving on to find the answer to. I'm lost in search for you. I'm tired from the constant carry on, shouting that I can't see a way ahead. The words would fill the midst so gently in the air, and it melts as time just passes by. When I look back, there is no trace of my path. I cannot find my way to the past, and it's just too late. Time has elapsed. There's only now that goes on here on out. My eyes see ahead. So tell me why I'm here and what's the reason I am here today. If I recall, it was you. You wished that I would stay. No matter how much wind will blow against me, I will keep on. I will keep moving on to find the answer to. I'm lost in search for you. When you stop and look ahead and face up to the blue above, the Jacob's ladder will come down and check me up. If I could climb up to the top, would you be waiting at the top? Well, it means I search no more. I'll try and reach for the ladder that's there. Far away the distance, I hear the voices. Was this what I've expected? Don't even know. Is this the real me I've longed for? Wish that was the case. I know I'll let go of the ladder that's there. I'll start walking from this point on. I'm not here at all. I don't exist here at all. I gotta search for me. I wish that I'd find myself soon. I need to find myself, myself. of eternity. The final day has come to an end. It's gone for good. I would then